So let's talk real estate. We're going to try and make it short and sweet because I think a lot of you folks are not paying attention to this whole temperature dilemma that we're going through. It's warm. It's overtly warm. In some cases, it's actually hot. And mind you, I'm born and raised in Florida. So is Lisa. Heat affects different people different ways. So let's say this video is for the people that are thinking about coming to Florida and the people that are already in Florida, maybe, kind of, sort of. You guys should get it already. And the new agents out there that haven't thought some of this out yet. It's hot. I just checked the temperature. It's 91 degrees, which is actually kind of cool for right now. Real feel of 110. Humidity is over 60%. That's kind of the one I wanted to talk about, touch on. Humidity is something people don't really think about. My sister doesn't come to Florida because she says the humidity is too much for her. She says she feels like she's breathing underwater. Yeah, I can get that. I agree with that. Here's the danger in humidity, because when the air is saturated with water, that's basically what humidity is. Right now it's, I think, 62 or 63%. When the air is saturated with water and you sweat, your sweat stays on the surface of your skin. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't evaporate because the air is already saturated. It's still evaporating. You're still cooling, but not the way you normally would if we had less humidity. You know, Afghanistan, it wasn't uncommon for a day to be 110, 120, but the humidity was 5%. Different states, different ways. Arizona, very dry in most cases. Different elevations play a factor in humidity. In Florida, you're in a tropical, or South Florida, subtropical climate. Humidity can be a killer, a true killer, because if you're not paying attention to it, you're going to dehydrate. When you get that feeling of I'm thirsty, you know what? You probably should have started drinking way before that. You got to start hydrating first thing in the morning, really, honestly, because by the time you get that I'm thirsty feeling, you're probably already down from where you should be as far as your hydration. I look back now at my military classes that we used to have on heat cramps and heat exhaustion and heat stroke, and I was like, yep, And when you're sitting in a full-blown uniform and your sleeves are sweated out and your chest is sweated out and your pants are starting to sweat out, I get it. I feel it. You see a lot of people in Florida that are going around wearing sleeves. Yesterday I was wearing sleeves and a moisture-wicking shirt pretty much all of yesterday. We do that partly because we're hoping that the moisture gets trapped in our sleeves, and if we happen to catch a cool breeze, it will help cool us. But at the same time, we also do that to protect our skin from UV. We have had numerous UV warnings. And folks, let me tell you, you got to take this into consideration. You got to really think about this. If you're a new agent, do you carry bottles of water in your car? Do you carry a small cooler in your vehicle? Do you have water, not an energy drink, not a Coke, not a Pepsi, not downplaying those particular brands by it all? I love to have a good Coke or a good Pepsi every now and again, but really water is what you need. Plain Jane H2O. Not anything that's pH water, any of that glorified stuff. You just need water. Regular plain Jane water. Right? Because that's what's going to keep you going. And actually you need to drink a lot of it per day. I get it. There's all kinds of recommendations for how much you need per day, but take into consideration some of those recommendations are based on your survival, and some of those recommendations are based on people that exercise. You got to figure out what works for you. New agents, you might want to think about just having a small cooler of water in the back seat with an ice block on it to keep it cool. Cold water is not necessarily always the best answer. Cold water actually shocks your body. Here's another nifty little cool tool, and by the way, I'm not endorsed or by Ryobi or anything like that. This is just one of the little fans that I just happened to pick up lately. It's battery operated so that when we have, you know, a power outage or something like that, but this one also clips onto things, and this is the new version that not only does it have a fan, but it has a mister. Right? It's kind of quiet. You can clip it onto a stroller, you can clip it onto a lawnmower, you can do all kinds of things with it. And I got the battery powered ones on purpose. Like I said, hurricane season comes along, I can, you know, crank up my generator and recharge batteries as I need to. If that one's not good enough, well, guess what? I've got big boy sitting behind me, and I've got like 2 or 3 of these. No, it's not running right now because I really just don't, I'm used to the heat, so it kind of doesn't bother me like it does other people. Think about that. Quick video, really important. Heat, humidity, temperature, take breaks, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Oh my, it's ironic. We used to preach that in the military, and I'm still preaching it, and I've been retired now for 10 years. So hydrate, folks, because when you go down from a heat-related injury, it's not fun. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen numerous times to all kinds of different people. I've seen it happen in amusement parks. I've seen it happen in the military, and it's never fun. And it's not something you recover from like that. It doesn't happen. So give it a thought. Hopefully take this as a safety message, as you will. Take this as a training message to a new agent. If you're thinking about coming to Florida, I actually put together a transition guide for people that are thinking about coming to Florida. If you want a copy of it, I will gladly share it with you. Roy Caballo, broker owner, Caballo's Realty. Roy Caballo Realtor at gmail.com, or shoot me a text 863-441-3295. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what your thoughts are. It's warm. What do you do to combat the heat? Do you stay under an umbrella? Do you stay inside? What do you do? Let me know. And in the meantime, I'm going to get him probably inside, because the only reason he's out here is because of me. So think of your pets too. One of my pet peeves, that's a play on words, one of my pet peeves is people that walk their animals across hot asphalt. That is not cool, folks. If you take off your shoe and it's hot to your foot, guess what? It's hot to them as well. So I'll do another video on that later. All right, folks, it's almost Friday. Get ready for the weekend. If you're an agent, you should be ramping up. Get busy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.